And they've got a period of 2.5 weeks or thereabouts to the 27th of the month. They don't play in the league again.
Okay.
Right? They've got cup games, they've got Champions League. Liverpool have got Bournemouth at home. Now, like Leicester and who was the team that lost drop points to that? West Ham. You're thinking, right, Bournemouth.
Yep.
It's 3 points. But is it at the moment? So they've got Bournemouth and then they've got Man United in the league and then they play again on the 27th. So if they get the Bournemouth job done, the Man United game is the game in hand, I believe. That's a biggie.
Yeah.
Huge. So we're going to find out very, very soon about them.
Mark, what do you think?
Well, I think the United game, as Craig said, it's the game in hand, and that is a really big game because Liverpool hammered United at Anfield. It was the last game that Mourinho had in charge, and obviously we've seen such a transformation at Old Trafford since then. So United don't want Liverpool to win the league. They'd rather City win it, and I think United will be waiting for Liverpool that day. So it's always a big test to get Old Trafford for Liverpool, but that day it's going to be even harder. But I think the one thing that strikes me about this title race, that the two teams, that it's going to be which team handles the fatigue better, because I think they're both looking at the feeling the heat. It's only February. I mean, it's quite early to be feeling the heat. City have got 12 games left. Liverpool have got 13 left. But, you know, both, maybe it's a World Cup year that, you know, they're feeling a bit of the heat after the World Cup, but they both look leggy. And I think City have got a deeper squad and they've got players who've been there. And I just think that gives City the edge.
You think it was 12 months ago? Meanwhile, from a Barcelona's perspective, they spent all that money on Coutinho. Didn't know he was on the pitch really today, did you? It's weird.
It's odd because you see a player that the ball comes to him and you're expecting something to happen because of what he has done in the past with other clubs, with the national team, and the ball goes to die. The play goes to die. He's not taking players on, he's not cutting inside, he's not looking for his own shot. He's taking a shot, a touch back, and then playing the ball backwards. That's a player that is lacking confidence, and there is nothing to see from his performances that would suggest that he's coming out of this low level of confidence anytime soon. The only way that you recover confidence is by playing well. But if you don't have confidence to begin with, then how do you suggest you're going to get that back? I see Coutinho struggling and not being able to get out of the struggle.
And I think that shows you that when you're stepping up in levels, and I don't mean, you know, there's a difference between, you know, Liverpool as a team and Barcelona as a team, but not bundles at the moment, but there's certainly a difference in pressure when you move from Liverpool to Barcelona.
For that price tag as well.
For that money, you're getting the adulation of the cop every other week when you're at home. You're the best player in the pitch. You're the guy that they all look up to, and all of a sudden you go in, as Ali said, you lose a bit of confidence. You're certainly in the shadow of Messi and probably Suarez and one or two others, and you're not playing well. And it goes back to the point, for people that watch this sport, it's because you're a big player and because you get paid, there's a big transfer fee and huge wages, is not a guarantee that a player can handle the pressure of playing at a club like this.
I mean, but you see Luis Suarez make a similar step and have success. At the same time, you see the likes of Cesc Fabregas, who, again, outstanding player in the Premier League, and struggled to reacquaint himself with the way Barcelona does things. At the same time, you have Malcolm, who comes in, and as much as he scored highly on those ratings, at times I thought not that great, not that convincing either.
But then his goal, isn't it?
But fantastic delivery of the Rakitic header, and the goal was something special. He really took that well. Outside of that, but then it makes the point that, you know, you've got to put yourself, you've got to make yourself available, and he did that in a way that Coutinho is. He's not looking for those opportunities. He's not putting his neck out there. He's not taking chances to establish himself in this team in the way that Malcolm continues to attempt to do.
It's looking at like Coutinho. There are moments in which the ball is coming to him, and you as a player, you know, okay, this is where I need to make my move. This is where I'm running behind. He's finding ways of like, okay, where's the defender? I'm going to get right behind the defender. Now I'm hiding. Now I don't want any part of that. Now I don't want any part of being the guy who can change the game in the final third. When you get to that point, that's scary for a player. And I think Coutinho right now in Barcelona looks very much like a guy who doesn't want any of it.
It finishes then. Barcelona won, Real Madrid won in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final. Real Madrid undoubtedly the happier of the two sides, Ali?
I don't know about that. I actually think this was a missed opportunity for Real Madrid. Even though Barcelona had a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances, and what have you, I do think that there were moments in which Real Madrid had chances and counter-attack opportunities that if they had been able to execute properly, a couple of passes here and there, you get clear opportunities and you got to put them away. I really think that the fact that Lionel Messi wasn't starting this match, and there was Barcelona has been vulnerable to the counter, and Real Madrid had those counterattacks. They didn't take advantage of those. They may regret that in the second leg.
Do you agree?
I think they will regret it, depending on Messi's fitness. You just saw the whole tide was turning in that second half, as you well know. Sitting there looking a bit nervous. And as good as they were, Real Madrid, in the first half, and listen, they've got better in recent weeks. They certainly have, and they made a game of it, a game they might not have made, 4 or 5 weeks ago. But if, away from home, with them having to, Barca away from home, with Real Madrid having to push at the Bernabeu, the space that's potentially going to be left there for Messi and Co to operate, I still see Barca going through.
Who's going to the final, Shaq?
Right now, I'm thinking Barcelona. It all swung with Lionel Messi coming on. No question, Real Madrid were the better of the two teams, far better than I expected in the first half, up to that 63rd minute. But Lionel Messi comes on and everything changes. If Barcelona decide he's fit enough and throw him in from the very start, even at the Bernabeu, I just don't see Real Madrid denying Barcelona.
Real Madrid missed a chance here. And I think Barcelona with Lionel Messi is a different team. He gives them a total different dimension. I think Barcelona goes through.
Welcome into Extra Time. We are late today, so we'll go through these quite quickly. It's great to see...
Tell them about your dog walking quickly.
What do you mean? Lovely. If you go to my Insta story, you'll see me walking a dog with... I've forgotten his name now. But a Sports Centre guy who presents Sports Centre. He lives just down the road from me. He's got a golden doodle as well. We walked it together.
So you all have a little dog walking date.
It was lovely. Very nice.
Goes out in the old double golden doodle walk.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Same time tomorrow, ESPN Sports Centre guy?
It was so memorable that I don't remember his name.
See you tomorrow.
Think quick. Lives down the road from
I'll bring the dog treats tomorrow.
That guy.
Gary.
I'm
going for Gary.
They just threw Gary.
Everybody's Gary.
Yeah,
Sports Centre
Gary.
Gary.
Oh, poor Gary.
That's it. It's great to see Dan back in the show. How much did you guys miss him? Oh, no, ask that because I feel that everyone's going to be nasty to Seb. You don't need that.
You picked this question, didn't you?
I didn't pick that question.
No,
I did miss you.
You're a little bit of an egomaniac, I've found.
All right, Shaq, calm down.
A little bit.
Wow.
A little
Just
bit.
saying. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Right. Carry on.
But better than Seb.
Carry on, Dad.
Let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something. An egomaniac does not drive a rental car in the UK that costs him $6 a day.
He's obsessed with my rental car.
That's a fair point.
He's gone to the
great
UK
deal. Great
and he
deal.
got a rental car for £25 sterling.
No, £20 sterling.
£20 a story gets better.
No, $25.
You're confusing me now. £20
Yeah.
for how many days?
4 days.
It's unheard
And it had
of.
4 wheels and everything. It was great.
He's definitely not an egomaniac driving that with the arm out the window.
Why was my arm out the window?
Listening to all the young girls, all that nonsense. Oh, so sorry, was that last week?
Hey!
Hey, darling. Hey, how are you doing? Do you like my 25
You know how much you're going to give? Just can't guess how much I paid for this car.
Not like you and your Maserati picking the kids up.
Move on.
You wouldn't Valley Park that one in West Hartford, would you? That's another story. Sorry, internal joke.
Which one was more intense? Real Madrid against Barcelona or Gab versus Stevie? I saw one of that last week.
I prefer Real Madrid.
Oh, dear.
Gab Stevie was intense, though.
I know.
More intense than I was expecting.
It's a mess.
Gab brings out the worst in people. Remember when you got very angry?
Even my wife.
Yeah, your wife.
And she's a lovely lady. She puts up with me. But now we got...
How do you rate Bale in today's football market? How much Real will get if they sell him next season?
50 million.
What's going on? That's all.
65.
Oh.
Drop down that is.
Somewhere in between 60.
60?
But he's not driving a rental car.
No, he's not.
It's amazing how
No, he's not.
It couldn't have been safe. Could it?
Of course it's safe. How can it not be safe?
I mean, Shorty's stealing the damn thing.
There's a Renault.
That
It was a Renault something. We don't have Renaults here, do we?
No.
What are you talking about?
The make a car Renault.
Renault.
Obviously, it was
Yes.
a small car.
No, a 5-door.
So you can have a 5-door car. It's
Yeah.
small.
Not really.
Yes, you can.
How?
You told me what car it was, and I know that's a small car.
What? I just told you it's a Renault.
You right? You told me it was a Renault Clio.
No, I don't think it's a Clio.
You told me that a Renault Clio is small.
Oh,
small.
I'll look at the pictures. I had to take some pictures of it.
Ask another question. Well, you multitask.
If you had the first pick in a fantasy draft and could pick any player for the next 5 years, is Messi the pick, or do you go to someone younger? It's a good question, right? Let me have a look at this.
Fantasy pick for 5 years.
30.
Just about, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd take 3 good years of Messi over 5 years of the pretender.
He's 31.
Still taking 3 years of him.
Right, I couldn't find out what Lincoln is.
Don't say Neymar.
That's it? I mean,
I'll take Mbappe.
you thought you had pictures.
No, I did, because I took pictures, you know, when there's little scuff marks, so then I didn't have to pay the excess.
Scuff marks.
Let's be honest.
Because he'd already
Excess. The least of your concerns is excess.
Excess is my concern.
$25 for 5 years.
Ah, dear. We've gone off.
That's 50 cents. 50 cents
about the scuff marks on a $25 car.
50 cents
Then
for
you
this
bring it
scuff
back and they're
mark.
like, well, you've done that. You go, that's £400. That's how they made their money, Ali. You've got to cover yourself.
They gave you a car without bumpers.
every day he's out taking a video around the car.
Right, Messi, what do you say?
I went for Mbappe for 5 years.
Did you? I wasn't right.
Oh, you were looking for your
Who
scuff
did you
mark.
go for, Ali? What you
I'm going to go Mbappe as well.
Mbappe?
Mbappe for 5 years.
Yeah, I said Messi, you weren't listening.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Oh, that's easy.
Burgers.
Burger.
Burger.
Yeah, that's easy.
Hamburgers.
Would you guys consider taking your show on the road and receive extra time questions from the audience? Great way
Yes.
to market the show better than the circus. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'd be up for that.
absolutely, no budget.
We used to travel a lot, didn't we, in the
We
past?
did.
And what happened? You guys messed it up for everybody else, didn't you?
I know what happened.
I don't know.
Wasn't me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Shaggy.
We would.
If anyone would like to invite us, we'll be more than happy.
Yeah, we'd go out.
Somewhere sunny.
Preferably.
I don't think Stevie would be allowed out.
Well,
No, you wouldn't go.
It'll cost you a lot in rent that car either.
Yeah, can get you some good deals.
$25?
Stevie would be like, what's the point? What's the point when I can be back home in 10 minutes?
Oh, where you go?
Okay, that's it. I think one of our
I volunteer
strongest-
to go scout locations
Well,
for us to
no,
visit.
you do that very
well,
well.
You do that pretty
Volunteer.
much anyway, Shag.
Is that what you've been doing?
I'm just saying.
Scouting.
Scout, that's the
What about
scout.
the guy who tweeted once he wanted the show to be a call-in show?
Oh my goodness.
We all just sit with the big old-fashioned telephones here. When it rings in,
How big were telephones?
old-fashioned telephones.
They weren't this big.
A big old fashioned telephone.
The ones that my grandmother used to have, yeah, the old ring.
The old circular ones.
Hello. No, I don't hate US soccer. Hello. No, I don't hate US soccer. No, I don't hate Pulisic.
Does Messi really need to win the World Cup to be the best? That's it, we're done. We'll be back tonight. Craig's off tomorrow.
Oh.
So